Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Spiritfarer. Joining me are StarPrincessHLC
Hug your loved ones, because you never know what will happen.
and JKLantern.
One can only hope to leave content and with peace, grace, and dignity.
And just in case you missed the last episode, we did indeed escort Summer to the Everdoor, which is where we are right now. We have not moved the boat since. Getting our
Now I'm just reminded of Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah. We're gonna put the water on the fire here to grow it.
I tend to have bad dreams, not infrequently.
Yep.
Again, like when I've discussed this with a previous therapist of mine, like his reaction. Keep in mind he was an army chaplain, so he's seen some shit. It's like, have you ever been in a war zone? Are you sure you haven't? Because it sounds like you have. But like my bad dreams are such that like ones where I only die once are pretty much, oh, thank God that's over. But I do vividly remember one where like it was a bad dream, but I woke up from it oddly contented because basically it involved me being very old. I did die by the end of it, but I had to fly a spaceship into the sun to do something to save the everything, and like within the context of that nightmare, like I know I had like loved ones and like a family, and like I remember thinking within the course of the nightmare, like I had a good life and I am doing this so that they can have a good life. I die free. So yeah, my subconscious is a fun place to live. How are y'all doing?
Good, this one's close.
On a completely unrelated note, today I learned that Alabama barbecue sauce is a thing, and I'm mildly horrified by it. I'm willing to try a lot of different barbecue sauces. Hell, I love Carolina Gold and various Carolina flavors of barbecue, which are probably nothing like what either of you are used to. I grew up in Virginia around the Carolinas, so I like those kind of sauces. But Alabama barbecue sauce apparently involves mayonnaise.
Ew.
I'm not surprised. I'm more surprised that that isn't Oklahoma barbecue sauce.
No, that'd be ranch.
Well, what do you think is a large part of ranch?
Depends on the ranch you're making. Yeah, the sauce I typically see in Oklahoma borrows more from like Texas and Kansas City than anything.
So are we going to question the giant rolled-up lobster on the deck?
Yes, we are, because we need Alice here for this. Alice had to actually come out and check out what's going on here. So, Pillbug.
Oh. I thought you were about to say that it's shrimp and we're gonna have a shrimp dinner.
Nope.
Are we playing Pac-Man now?
Well, we are basically picking up this, we are basically picking up the children who do not really want to be picked up.
Understandable. Oh wait, we're doing the penguin thing from Mario 64, aren't we?
Yep.
Time to drop it off a cliff.
And that is how you get nebula fiber.
Huh.
You do that to get nebula thread, basically, which is one of the many, many things we need.
You know, I never expected Pillbugs to be good at sewing.
You just have to ask the right ones. But I'm going to go to the other one here. I'm going to do that minigame twice in a row. Because we need the thread. Yes, a tool. I know you still want your chicken.
And you can't go wrong with some chicken.
Chicken. So I'm going through this list of unique foods from each state. The Oklahoma one wasn't the one I was expecting, but it is something I've had. I'm not sure if you've had it, Sarat.
Depends what it is.
Are you familiar with lamb fries?
Yes, I am familiar with them. I
That's
have not had them, but I do know what they are.
Okay, yeah, I have had them, over at Cattleman's,
I was gonna say, I think I remember you telling us the story with your gran.
yeah, it was one of Gran's first times in the state, and, my aunt and uncle were here, I think my brother-in-law and my sister were also here, but, we're at Cattleman's, you know, we're getting steak, but we're like, do we want any appetizers? And we see that lamb fries are a thing on the menu, and like, one of my relatives asks what they are, and I'm like, oh, I know what these are. They're a specific part of the sheep. And so like some of us discuss it, and we're like, do we want it? And I'm like, I'm willing to try it. So we get an order of them, and it arrives at the table as, I think we also got like an order of calamari as an appetizer. My grandmother, who, for those of you who don't know, she has Alzheimer's. Even back then, she had Alzheimer's. And during those days in particular, she was temperamental and not very patient. So the food arrives at the table. Waitress sets down the lamb fries. Gran's like, what the hell are those? And she immediately just grabs one and crams it in her mouth. And like, I'm about to tell her, and my mom looks over at me and is like glaring and is shaking her head. She's like, don't anybody. I'm like, okay.
Let's see, what else do I need to build? I need to do...
Creamed
oh,
chicken
you
Egypt
know,
is the dish of Pennsylvania. Interesting.
I'm guessing New York is some kind of pizza or Italian dish.
They listed the garbage plate, because this is supposed to be weirder things.
Ah, okay.
Huh, slug burgers in Tennessee, interesting.
I didn't think there were that many slugs in Tennessee.
It's actually a deep-fried veggie burger. Texas is deep-fried butter, which I've never had, but I've seen done.
figures.
That's an artery clogger if I've ever heard one.
Oh, Virginia's Brunswick stew. Been a long time since I've had that. Squirrel is West Virginia, of course it is. Oh, the Wisconsin Butterburger. I've always wanted to try that. I just don't want to die. New Jersey was Taylor pork roll, which
Makes sense.
I've slowly been using that up at the house.
I think the big fight, isn't the big fight there over the name of the ham?
Yeah, depending on which part of the state you're in, it's either pork roll or it's Taylor ham.
Why would you want to make ham out of Taylor Swift?
Taylor pork roll predates Taylor Swift by quite a bit, I'm pretty sure.
You know what other food Oklahoma is supposedly famous for?
I'm curious.
The onion burger.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. The grilled onion burger. Other states have onions on burgers, but they don't do the onion burger quite the way that Oklahomans do it. And to be fair, the Oklahoman onion burger is friggin' delicious.
Yep, it involves grilling the onions with the beef. You form the patty and grill the onions at the same, you put the patty in with the onions and grill everything.
Yeah, and if you do it right, you get a nice crunchy layer of onion, and it's delicious.
Of course, it also means you are probably cooking with some butter, too, for a hamburger.
Yeah.
Because you need something to fry the onions in while the hamburger starts to cook. But
yeah.
by the end of it, you have a nice, you still have butter there, but you've also got the grease from the hamburger cooking the onion, too.
Yeah, the Wisconsin Butterburger, the butter is actually a primary flavoring thing. And again, it's one of those things where it's like, I kind of want to try that, but on the other hand, it's like, I don't want to die. Oh,
you only live once.
Yeah, that is true.
Also, I have a guess on what Colorado's is.
It is precisely what you thought it was.
Wheat brownies?
What's your second guess?
With Colorado, I actually don't know because there's a few good options, really.
It was the Rocky Mountain oyster.
Of course.
Yes.
Let's see.
Which I don't think I had while I was in Colorado. My sister and my brother-in-law lived there for a little bit. Granted, at least one of the trips out there, I wasn't eating very much because that was, I think that was H. pylori infection #1. And I hadn't gotten my meds for that, so it was like a lot of like dry toast and Sprite for the course of a month.
We have a windmill now.
Now we just need a Don Quixote.
Basically, you can use the windmill to make flour out of things.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that shouldn't work on a boat, but fine.
Well, I mean, we are sailing through the sea and we got wind, so can't.
We don't
do
have
that
sails.
Yet. Don't need the lounge. At least not yet.
The windmill is reminding me of a fascinating nutritional anthropology thing.
I need more glass, okay.
Basically, the discussion that potatoes are kind of the starch of freedom. Because most other starches, like wheat and other grains, you have to dry them out in order to store them, and then in order to make them usable, you typically have to mill them into some form of flour, which is obviously rich guy up the road is the guy with the mill. You probably weren't the one who had the mill. Potatoes you don't have to do jack shit with. You pull a potato out of the ground, put it in your cellar, there you go. Cook it later, you're good. This song reminds me a little bit of Beatles Border from Majora's Mask. Yet another game which is arguably dealing with themes of mortality.
Now I'm definitely getting Grave of the Fireflies vibes.
Actually, let me get the boat moving before I do that. I know the boat is still technically moving, but it doesn't have a new destination.
I should pull out my burger cookbook again.
Ooh.
Let's actually go on to the mines. We didn't actually go into the mines, so we can't see what they have for offer. Why are you out here?
He's an obnoxious lion.
You're probably, like, cheating on your wife again, setting shit on fire. Get off my boat.
You and your wife.
We need to build a smithy, we need to Oxborough, we need to Amertown Park. We can't do either of those yet. We still need an outfit to change into with the wardrobe.
You'll need to make the chimkin.
Yep. Actually, I can do that when the boat's moving. Unfortunately, glass is something that you can't keep moving all the time because you will overload it.
It's fragile.
Yep. Glass is definitely one of the more temperamental materials to deal with.
Which I think is true in real life as well. We actually, I know we didn't go in there, Star, but you remember how we went past the Frenzy Brewing place?
Mm-hmm.
Which is right across from the Mule, incidentally. There actually used to be an Italian restaurant there that was attached to a glass-flowing place. Food was but watching them work their craft was really cool. Granted, I'm glad there's beer there, but hey.
So, yeah, we can put some lights in there. So we actually have to go on here just to get an idea of any resources the island might have.
Oh. Oh.
40-year abandoned mine.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
So we need the double jump, glide, zip line,
Oh.
which the only one we don't have of that is zip line. Which, it has a bunch of things we don't know, but now we do know what's actually there. And believe it or not, I do have a reason for growing this many sunflower seeds.
To annoy Van Gogh later.
Possibly. I mean, we do have Gustav with us.
At least it's not the walrus. Now if we could throw the two cats overboard.
Gustav's place is a little bit barren, it does seem.
A little bit.
Much like his head.
His head is full of art.
Let's see, what did I actually need to build? Need to find the ash, the zinc, and the pulsars to actually build all the stuff for that. Yeah, I know.
Don't forget my chimkin. And I've heard people describe frog legs as tasting like chimkin.
As I recall, it does.
You do not speak, but I see you listen.
Nope.
Joke's on you. I was in a commercial for sunscreen. A dog kept grabbing my pants.
Is that why Sias doesn't wear pants anymore?
No pants.
Or wait, is Sias the dog that was tearing him off?
Probably.
I miss Breath of Fire. We still need to do the first and second one of those games at some point, but I definitely want to refresh myself on those games before we do that.
Yeah. Why are you stealing my power?
Fun fact, both Breath of Fire 1 and Breath of Fire 2 had multiple endings. It's been a staple of the series. Breath of Fire 1 had the no ending and the good ending. Breath of Fire 2 had the bad ending, the bittersweet ending, and the metal ending.
Three just basically had the wrong ending and the right ending.
I feel like 4 did the multiple endings the best. I don't know what that is, but I want it. Also, I'm pretty sure we'd die if we swam in this water.
It's fine, we're clearly immortal.
Notice how much extra room there is off to the side of this place.
That's a lot of room for activities. I'm suspicious. Oh, hello.
Yep. There's a chest up there that we can't reach from here.
I bet there's chocolate. Is he a freaky fish guy? Is he gonna marry the ocean?
The ocean says yes.
Are you sure that's the ocean?
Come here, shiny. Give us your seeds.
Unfortunately, we can't do anything about this yet, but we kinda need to remember giant freaking light bulb right there.
Gyro's been here.
Nope, not quite enough.
Almost. We're gonna need a ladder.
We're gonna need something.
Gonna need to stand on Lantern's shoulders.
Might be tall enough then.
Assuming my spine doesn't telescope. I am made of noodle.
You adorable.
You.
Oh.
But yeah, the only thing there is a rare chest and that light bulb. I probably should go ahead and sell off the treasures we have. But while I sail to that, I think it's a good time for a stopping spot.
Yep.
When we come back, we will sell what few treasures I've picked up, and then we will probably go back to Albert and make sure of the materials we need. So until then, take care, everyone.
Get out of here, you damn lion.
Bye.